Summer too hot. Come and talk to me. I really what I need. So can I talk to you? I really wanna I put it all on her. I get it right back. She put it all on me. I couldn't fight that.
What's up, family? It's your big sis T Renee, and I am back today with another story. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Hey, I'm hoping that one day you find something on this platform that resonates with you and make you want to come back and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your loyalty. I know you all are here for a story time, and that's exactly what I'm going to give you. But before we get to that, go ahead, drop down below in the comment section, leave a hey girl, hey, what's up, big sis? All comments are greatly appreciated and welcome. But again, as I always say, keep those comments respectful. As you all have already seen today's title, you have an idea of what this story time is going to be about. So let's get to that. So I gave y'all a recent story time about a situation I had with an Airbnb. And that's when I went to the Dominican Republic. So if you're not sure, if you're not familiar with the story time that I'm talking about, I'll be sure to link it somewhere so you all can go back and watch that story time. And yeah, I feel like it basically wasn't a bad situation. It ended up being a time that I went to the Dominican Republic and they had to cancel my reservation. But in the end, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise for me. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. Again, if you want to know more about that story time, be sure to go to my playlist section and check out travel story times. And I'll make sure I link it on in the description of this video. And I'm going to make sure I put a thumbnail up here. I'm going to make sure I put a thumbnail up here so you can go check it out. So I also said something about I never really had a crazy Airbnb experience. Like I mentioned to y'all on several occasions, when I'm traveling, I will normally opt for Airbnb over a resort or a hotel. And I also mentioned that I never really had any crazy Airbnb stories to tell y'all, like crazy situations. But I do. I have to go back and really think about some stuff, because I was trying to make sure that I'm providing y'all with story times about my traveling, you know, just different story times about times I've traveled, different experiences I've had while traveling for the rest of this month of August. And I was just talking with somebody, a guy that's like, we used to date, but we're really good friends. Like, he's probably like the only guy that I dated that I can honestly say that I can stand to be around for a long period of time. Like, seriously, some of the guys I've dated, we cool, but they get on my nerves real quick. So no, but he's the only one that I can stand to be around. But anyway, point being, we went on this trip together, y'all. And it strictly was just a platonic thing. Like, we was not on no smash type stuff. We really were just trying to enjoy being out here and on this little vacation. And one of the main reasons, because it was during my birthday, and he never been to like the beach or something. Like, he's never been to the beach. Like, yeah, some people, he's from up north, so of course he doesn't really have that experience of being down south like that and going to the different beaches. I mean, yes, he's been down south, you know, he has family down here, but I don't think he ever just really went. He's never gone and stayed on the beach. You know, not everybody has the same childhood. Not everybody parents expose them to traveling and experiencing different things. So yeah. Anyway, I invited him to go on the birthday trip with me, because of course I was telling him about my trip. He was like, "Well, I'm gonna come. I want to go. You know, I need a vacation." I was like, "Well, cool. You can come with me. I was gonna make it a solo trip, but you can come go on this trip with me." So, of course, I get to planning my trip out. And, of course, you know me. I go find my Airbnb and I'm researching. And y'all know, oh, I forgot to mention that this trip was to Miami, Florida. Now, y'all know how Miami is. Miami used to, I'm going to say, it's still a vibe, I'm sure. I haven't just partied in Miami. I've gone through on flights and just, you know, laid over in Miami. But I haven't stayed in Miami in a few years just to be, you know, vacationing there. I haven't just stayed there like that. But anyway, Miami was a vibe, y'all. I'm sure it's still a good vibe, but back then it really was a vibe. You know, they got too much going on down there now. But anyway, so yeah, we go to Miami. And y'all know Miami has a lot of nice condos, apartments, hotels, and all kinds of stuff. So you know the Airbnb was gonna be lit. You know, and so I found this really nice Airbnb. I'll make sure I link the Airbnb, y'all, and I'll make sure I provide y'all photos of the Airbnb, video, whatever I find on the Airbnb, so y'all let's see this Airbnb. It was really nice. And so as y'all see the title, I feel like I got catfished on this Airbnb. And like, so yeah, the day comes of me. I actually fly out the day before he comes. So, you know, of course, I'm going to the Airbnb. I get to see the Airbnb first. So, of course, so the time comes for us to go on this trip. I actually fly out a day before he has to fly out because he's coming from somewhere up north. And that's just when I guess he can get the flight to come. So I couldn't quite remember why he was coming a day later. But it don't really matter. We still had a wonderful time. He still was going to have a good time. So, yeah, I get to the Airbnb or whatever. And so I fly in, flight went well, whatever. I get to my Airbnb. I'm really excited because this is a very lavish place. It's known to be one of the popping spots. A lot of celebrities own a condo at this building or whatever. I didn't really know that. I didn't really know that either. Like, cause I didn't really know that at first. Like when I first booked it, but I just started doing my research. Like I told y'all, I'm a person that's gonna do thorough research. Of course, you know, Airbnb, they have different photos listed. So on one of the photos, I saw like a map. And of course, you know, they put the map on us so you can kind of map out where you're staying and like map out the different things around that location. So me, I saw like a I saw something that showed the building's name. So, like, I saw, somehow I figured out the building, y'all. Like, somehow I saw like a different photo and somehow I kind of like Google matched it and figured out where this building was. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I heard about this place, y'all. When I say this place, I'm just going to make sure I include photos, videos, or whatever photos so y'all to see this. But anyway, so yeah. Very high-end place to live, to have an Airbnb experience. And I was really excited about it. Photos that was listed on this listing made me really want to stay there. So I was really excited because I'm like, oh yes, I'm about to have me some great photos because of the aesthetic of the apartment and the way it was decorated. I was excited to go there just to take photos because I was new at trying to be a content creator. I was new with my YouTube. I was just starting out or whatever, and I really wanted to make sure I have a lot of great photos. Yeah, no matter. So yes, I was new to trying to, you know, get into adding content on social media. I'm not going to say I was just calling myself a content creator at the time. I had just like made like a YouTube channel, but I didn't really have a lot on there, especially with travel. I travel places and then really upload things on there, but I did put this video on there. I may not have it up now, but it actually may be private. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I don't think I have it on here. And like I said, I was just basically new to content creation, so I was like, yes, these are going to be some great photo ops here. The aesthetic is exactly what I need, and I had like this idea in my mind of how I wanted this to go. Anyway, get to the Airbnb. I'm excited. I get my information from the host or whatever. I actually met him there, so he's showing me the apartment. And so I get there, and he's like, oh yeah, like before, no, matter of fact, the day before I get there, I forgot to mention, he told me that the furniture, some of the furniture that I see in the photos is not going to be there because he had a wild party there and they damaged some of the furniture. I said, what? He's like, yeah. He said, but don't worry, it's still really nice. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, whatever. Because in my mind, I'm thinking it's just a few items he had to take out and it wasn't going to be the entire apartment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying this to say, when I get there, y'all, it wasn't nothing in that apartment that was in those photos. I'm pissed the hell off. And I had to go back and think, like, you know what? It's a reason why. I said, you know what? And it's probably why this listing was posted no refund. And honestly, I didn't think too much about it at the time when I did book it, because it's a lot of listings on Airbnb that say no refund. And I never had an issue with the Airbnb. So I didn't think too much into it. I'm like, so now that I think about it, this is why he knew that I would lose money trying to get out of this scam. That's how I looked at that. And so, like I said, I get there, I'm pissed off, but I'm trying to be cool. Like, I'm here now. It is what it is. I'm not trying to lose my money. The apartment still was really nice. It still had a nice aesthetic, especially like the outside area and all that. I was like, okay, I want you to take a lot of great photos in the lobby area. I'm going to take a lot of great photos outside. I'm still going to try to get some good photos here because it had like this really cute couch in there. I mean, it was a nice apartment, honestly, condo, whatever you want to call it. But I was still mad that they didn't have none of the furniture there. And so, you know, I didn't really say anything to my friend that was coming. So he gets there, I go and pick him up, and he's like, dang, this apartment is skimpy. I said, I know. I said, this is what the listing looked like. You know, and he claimed, and I'm telling him what's going on and what happened. He's like, hell nah, that man on some funny stuff. He's like, I think this man about to get put out. I think they trying to put him out, and he moving, and he just trying to get his money off the listing on the back end. I said, you know what? You might be right. And so we thinking that man finna get put out. And another reason why we felt like that is because I guess like one of the managers of the apartment that was there was like, when I was checking in, he was like, so how do you know him? I was like, he's my cousin. Because he told me to tell these people that I'm his cousin. He's like, yeah, your cousin, right. And so I'm guessing that this is not the first time that this has happened. I'm sure, because like I said, this is an Airbnb listing. He got a whole lot of cousins that's coming over here. So them folks knew. So we was like, yeah, so that's probably the reason why they're kicking him out, because he don't supposed to have an Airbnb here. You ain't got that much family coming to visit you like that. So in our mind, we thinking he getting put out. So I let it go. I was like, nah, you know what? It's cool. So we still enjoy our trip. And this particular year, for some reason, it was cool in Florida. So that kind of pissed me off. But even in spite of those little hiccups, I still had a good trip. But it would have been nice to be able to take all the photos I wanted to take, all the video footage I wanted to take of this Airbnb, because this is where I chose it. I still paid a nice amount of money for this Airbnb. I probably didn't pay the amount that the original listing would have been for, but I still feel like I paid a decent amount of money. And it's like, well, I guess in his mind, he thinking, oh, you still finna stay here at this high-end ass Airbnb, so you should be fine. You know, people feel like that you should be okay with bull stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bull stuff. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. They feel like you should be okay with it, you know? And I feel like a lot of times they judge you, and they be like, oh, well, you ain't got nothing. You know, you know, I don't know. Maybe that was just me. Because people really do be judging. And then, especially where I'm from, they always judging us. Baby, you don't know a thing about me. You don't know if I got money or if I don't got money. You know what I'm saying? I just really feel like folks be on that type of time, because people have come at us like that. Like, oh, you from Memphis? Oh, baby, you don't know shit about me. Not every Memphian is like the people you hear out in the news and all that. Like, not all of us is on that type of time. Don't matter. I just kind of feel like sometimes people really judge us. And I feel like that too. He was kind of coming at me a certain way. At the same time, trying to flirt with me. I'm like, no. It don't really matter. We ain't gonna talk about that situation. I thought about giving a story time about how that man was hitting on me my first night there, but it ain't matter. I just want to talk about this catfish ass Airbnb that he listed. And so, like I said, I enjoyed the trip, going on, get over the situation. So like I said, I still enjoyed my trip. I still took great photo, video footage of the Airbnb, because it still was a nice setup. It was nice to see all those lavish cars. So it's most definitely people here in this Airbnb with money, this condo. It's most definitely people that stay in this building with money, because these are $1 million listings. Like they cost over $1 million to have a condo there. Yes, they was very high end. Y'all, when I said the garage was full of nice, lavish-ass cars and wasn't nobody driving, it's cars just sitting there. You can tell they've been sitting there, got dust on them, but they was so nice. Some of them was covered. I mean, when I say real tricked out, like Pimp My Ride type vehicles, they had them down there. And it's this one artist I did see. I cannot, for the life of me, think of this artist's name. He was a new artist, but he had a condo there. If I can think of who it was, y'all, I will make sure I list who this, I don't know. Y'all don't need to know who stayed there. Because he still might, I'm not going to do that. Because he still might stay in this building. So I'm not going to list who that is. I know the face. I have to like find it. But I'm not going to do that. Because, yeah. But anyway, y'all. So I get back home from my trip. Like I said, I had a great trip. And we just talking about the situation. So we go back on Airbnb to see had this person got kicked out of the condo. Y'all, that junk still listed. And to this day, that Airbnb is still listed. And this was some years ago. This was like a few years ago. Yes, this was a few years ago. Like, that Airbnb is still listed. He's still getting bookings. And how I know he's still getting bookings because it's recent reviews on this listing, y'all. So I was like, wow. So I had to hurry up and let my friend know, like, look, this junk still listed. And he got the furniture back in there. And it's some different, like, it's still some of the same furniture. It's still a few new items that probably was on. I don't know. I was like, and the furniture's still there because the people in the reviews talk about how lavish the apartment is. I was like, wow. So in my mind, like I said, it made me feel like he took this furniture out because he thought I was going to come in there and tear his shit up. Because like I told y'all, people be judging people from Memphis like we just reckless as hell out here because the crime rate's so bad. Not all of us is on that type of time. Like, what? And if I was a broke ass chick, how can I afford to pay for this Airbnb listing? Because like I said, it still wasn't cheap. It might have been some prices slashed off because of, you know, whatever reason, because it was listed as no refund. And then you could tell, like, and then when I went back, the price was higher. So it most definitely gave me a discount. So it might have been some stuff really happened. But at the same time, in my mind, I'm thinking he was judging me, judging where I'm from. And he took that furniture out of there because he thinking me and my friends would come over here and tear the hell up. Nah, like, and that's how I felt. Maybe I'm just being paranoid or whatever, but I don't know. When you've had certain experiences, people judging you because of where you're from, you think stuff like that. And then, like I said, then again, I don't know. The man was trying to hit on me on top of that too. So if I'm so ratchet and hood, why you trying to hook up with me? But anyway, y'all, I know that sounds so crazy, but I'm just saying, it just made me feel like I got catfished because you showing this listing, and then I pay my money, and then you wait till the day before I was supposed to come and tell me that, oh, I had to take the furniture out because the people before you tore it up. It could be true, y'all. I don't really know. Why do these people want to call me while I'm on this damn video? I don't know. Anyway, y'all, that's that spirit. That's that story. I still feel like I kind of got catfished. I really do. Like, where was the furniture? You should have put this. Matter of fact, you should have took the listing down, period, and let me get my money back. But like I said, people are so scammy these days. You just wanted my money and you allowed me to stay there. But no, you should have took that listing down and told me, hey, you're going to have to find somewhere else to go because this XYZ happened. And I'm surprised the people at the building allow him to still rent this place out to people because I'm sure they knew that he had an Airbnb listing. I'm sure they knew that he listed this on Airbnb. I'm surprised they still allow him to do this. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to stop this video right here. And y'all know how I like to end my videos. If y'all have ever experienced a type of catfish at Airbnb, let's talk about that in the comment section. All comments are welcome. But make sure y'all keep those comments respectful. And if you stay for the duration of the video, I greatly appreciate you. And thank you for those that have subscribed and that have stayed subscribed and haven't unsubscribed because you didn't think my channel was what it was. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much. And if you have yet to subscribe and you're constantly tuning in, baby, what you waiting on? You love me. Go ahead and hit the subscription button. It costs nothing for you to subscribe. What it does is help motivate me to want to provide y'all with great content each week. And it also motivates YouTube to push my content out in the algorithm. And now you see they have different surveys on the end of each videos. Sometimes I see that they're on people's comments. I think that's a great thing. They trying to, I don't know what they're doing, but hey, they trying to make YouTube better, I guess. Anyway, y'all, or they trying to really push out to you, the audience, the viewers, the type of content that you would like to see on YouTube, on in your feed or whatever. I'm sure that's what that's about. Anyway, y'all, again, thank y'all for tuning in. It is all greatly appreciated, all the engagement y'all do here on this channel. And before y'all leave, make sure y'all go ahead and turn on your post bell notifications so you will know exactly when I post. And I'll see you all in my next video.